What's up, guys? Today we'll be playing Stanley Parable. I got the deluxe edition. Why is it asking me for my current time login? The current time is 4:15 right now, so 4:5. What happens if I had to go to 45? 4:15 a.m. Not a.m. p.m. But okay, 5:15. Okay, so this is the game where like you're a simple office worker, and you can hand a narrator telling you what to do. You can either choose to follow his directions or not. And there's multiple different endings, but I also have till 5 until we're going to my grandparents' house for the 4th of July. I tried earlier on the 4th of July, so. Can I skip this? I don't wanna. Did I do it? Did I skip it all? I did. Oh, make sure to comment your Steam ID, because I will friend you on Steam if you just comment your Steam ID. Like your Steam friend code, I mean, not your Steam ID. Friend code. And also tell Zane to do as well. We'll play with you. Okay, Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Okay.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Does he even know what he's doing then?
Desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them.
Oh, yeah.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-lifting, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
Bro, he doesn't even have a window. That's pretty sad.
But this job, Stanley was happy.
But is he?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Okay.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Puberty?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one
I don't know if he's like 40 years old.
had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
Dang.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers, oh please, are you really just doing this for the achievement?
No.
Click the door 5 times, is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Which door? This one? I want to get that achievement. Is there actually an achievement for this, or is he just making me do it? This one?
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
I want that achievement.
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
If he just keeps going, I'm actually gonna die. My fingers are gonna really hurt after this. Come on, just...
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Four, 1, 7. That's 420. I'm trying to look for 4, 1. Very good. None of those are 4, 1, 7. That would have been. Oh wait.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Okay, come on. Let's go. I know that this was.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Ah. Where's 415? 415.
Now, back to door number 437.
I want this achievement though. I'm not quitting until I get this achievement. I don't know if you guys want to watch this. Just skip ahead if you don't want to watch this part. But I will get this achievement. Wait, what's door?
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine.
Where? Where's the copy machine? What? You can click on absolutely anything in this game. That's... What's a copy machine? Copy machine! I feel like he's gonna troll me and then just tell me he's not gonna give me the achievement. I already got 2, so...
He entered the door on his left.
This is right.
This was not the correct way to the
Yes, it
meeting
was.
room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
No.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, that's what I... No, yeah.
Yes.
It's a beautiful
Really
employees'
room
lounge.
worth admiring. It had really been worth the deed, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the
Is this the copier?
door on his left.
I think there's like a ton of endings to this
Stanley
game.
was so bad at following directions.
Yeah, I'm really
it's
bad.
incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes!
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
White door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you would want?
Can I jump?
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes, it was very much worth
I
it.
put a lot of time into that because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing because this is what you wanted to see.
It's a beautiful room.
Stanley, help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me, you've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And
Okay.
to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
I don't
Let's
think
take
you
a
did
look.
though. Okay.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
I'm walking through this one this time. Well, let me even go. What? What's that? What do I do? I'm panicking. Wee. I don't want to begin the game again. Fine. If he really wants to lock me in rooms like that, I won't follow a single word he says.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Thanks for locking me in that
When
room.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to anything he says.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
What's in there? Yeah, I'm okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley left from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay, well, I guess I can die.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a moment.
Fine, I will go to the meeting room. I will go to the meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
None of these doors can open.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Just for not.
He might find an answer there.
Fine. Broom closet. I want to go in here.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There has to be something here then.
There was nothing here.
No
choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Yes, there is. There's a really big reason, I bet.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
I am.
He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Cool. I like taking time out in this broom closet.
Still in the broom closet?
Yeah, I want to see. I just want to see what you do.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I like brooms. I like the look of this broom. It's very brown.
You realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
No, there is.
Stanley walked past the broom closet. At least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
It has to be. If the door can open, then it has to be.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
Yeah.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
They should. Come on.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Dang, bro. Chill. I just like the broom glasses. I like duct
I've come
tape.
to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Yeah.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
Yeah.
I've fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of
Dang.
the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making
What?
sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming. So that the
How far can I go with this anyways? Like, I'm just like chilling here.
not lost on them. Oh,
Yeah.
when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
I'm just going here. Keep waiting. No? Fine. I'll step out.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh, this looks like a nice room.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Yes.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief.
I love this narrator. He's like the best
Finally
dude
found
ever.
An answer, an explanation. His
Can I just
co-workers
get in the
weren't
car and
actually
just drive
dead.
away?
He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield.
No.
And it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not
Dang.
woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything
that's a
I'm
good one.
doing and thinking?
Uh-huh.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
Guess I
Was
have to
Stanley
keep walking.
simply deceiving himself?
Whew.
Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Yes!
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be real. Anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Okay, what happened after that?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon
Stanley.
turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment,
What?
she thought
Stereotype people,
how lucky she
crazy
was
people
to
look like a certain person. What?
I'm saying, I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
Dang.
And then she turned and ran.
She didn't turn and run though. Okay, that was a nice ending. Here we go again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I guess I should actually
Stanley
follow his
decided to go
directions
to the meeting
now.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, I guess. Here, time to do what he
Stanley came to a set of
says.
2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
No one's in the meeting
Yet there
now.
was not a single person here.
Don't
either.
go in the broom closet,
Really
because we
had
already
disbelief.
did that. And
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to the staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. And easy. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
wait, what's over here first of all? Research the vent. We're going down. Thanks, narrator, for making. Oh wait. Loading.
Descending deeper into the
Ow! I just ran on
Stanley
my toe.
realized
Ow.
he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for
I don't
years
know.
it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Or am I just in some random ventilation? Oh, my what?
The red mind control facility.
I want to escape, my guy. I'm out
Although
of here.
this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Yeah. Oh, it's already closed in.
The door behind him was not shut.
What?
Stanley still had every opportunity to
No, I
turn
can
around
go.
and get
Keep
back
going.
on track.
No, I'm okay. I'd like to violently die
At
right
this
now.
point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yes. So I know I just pressed the. I guess I'm just falling down here. Oh. I didn't die. Amazingly, I guess.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched
Yes!
closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Dang it!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Where'd
In
my
a
other
single
dude go? I like the
visceral
other dude.
instant,
Where?
Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
I want to be Dang it! Come on.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did
this
the
heaven?
narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh. Where can I, like, even click on it? What? Alright, these all just like fun stuff. Wait, actually, here, I'll let you guys see the credits. You can read them, I guess. Pause them. I didn't hear any music though. What? Wait, actually, yes, I did. Never mind, I'm stupid. Printer! Warzone? Call of Duty Warzone? The game Warzone? What? I'm just taking a nice walk around this library. Ooh, wait. Fun. Wait. Nah. Guess we could just.
Oh, look at these two. How they
Woo!
wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
No.
No, perhaps not.
Yeah.
Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop
I wanna die.
letting it be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Yes! Finally! Finally. What happened now? I guess the game just restarts. Yeah. So I can have to go in like 14-ish minutes. So I mean, I can just make like a different parts of the videos. Couldn't be part one, you know. Yeah. So those were the endings that we kind of did, I guess. So bye, I guess. Bye.